Okay, so most important thing about this whole entire case is that the lawyer screwed me over. He never filed the proper paperwork. I went and got the dash cam video for myself, and I got it within within 10 business days. Mind you, this was 8 months in when I had requested to my lawyer, how come we don't have the dash cam video yet? So I wound up firing this man after I got the dash cam video, and I tried to expose him to the judge, but the judge, wasn't trying to hear it. So I get a public defender, and they keep trying to force pretrial intervention down me. They keep trying to get me to go on probation for this. And I kept telling her, no, I want to go to a trial. I want a trial. And I was demanding this because at this time, it's almost 2 years anniversary, and I'm fed up. And so, as soon as I refused the last pretrial intervention, which they call PTI, for those who don't know what it is and who get suckered into it, it's when you cop out and take a plea, and then they put you on probation. Or if you don't, you go to trial. So I didn't cop out, and now it's going to a trial. Hey, this is what we want. My public defender says it's going to a trial. No sooner does that happen, they call her back to the bench with the prosecutor and the judge, and they're all speaking back there. And then my public defender takes me outside into the, to the meeting room, and we're sitting down, and she goes, "Oh, by the way, they can't. This won't go to trial. They're going to dismiss the charges because the prosecutor is related to the state trooper in question. Blood cousins, first cousins. This whole entire time." And what I'm saying to you is this is what's making me have to come out with this video. Because everybody likes to seem like, oh, I should have just gave him. You should have just gave him your information. You should have just gave him. The guy was crooked from the very beginning. And he's got a, well, they think they have an ace in the hole with this man because his prosecutor freaking cousin is working right downtown in Trenton. And I'm not having it, so I'm exposing it. They're related. Everywhere I've turned to, every place that I've went to file a complaint, I've gotten a runaround. I went to the Justice Complex. I tried to speak to the attorneys over there. I tried to speak to everybody. Everybody. You name them, I went to them. I can't sit here and spout them out for you because, I've had it up to here. And I went through those avenues. And I've got the paperwork stating that these officers didn't do anything wrong. Well, if you're in bed with the prosecution trying to get me to take a plea for something that I didn't do, and the dash cam video isn't submitted because I didn't take PTI? No, it's wrong. The system is messed up in Trenton, and I don't know of anybody else who's got the balls to come out and try to expose this. And they're getting everybody's money. They're getting everybody who's got a job in their life, and they're working their back off. They're taking it from us. They ruined my life. 20 years with the Department of Human Services. Now I've got no job. And it's almost 2 years later. Because they don't want to admit all the above that I stated. Dash cam video proves that I am innocent. The law states that I am innocent. But because this man was related to the prosecutor, and I'm trying to expose it, I'm the bad guy because I didn't show them my credentials. They have to explain the reasons why they pulled you over. They have to give you that. Okay, they can't just stop people willy-nilly like I was just stopped for no reason. Okay, I was stopped for driving while Puerto Rican. He ran my tags, and he even says my name before I was even pulled over. Hispanic male. Okay? And you could be next. And if you weren't already next, you need to come out and speak. Somebody needs to come out and help because it's getting bleak out there for us. They're killing us left and right. Keith McDonald. Can you see it? On this charge is purposely, knowingly, and recklessly causing bodily injury to Officer Keith McDonald, Hamilton Township Police Department law enforcement officer, acted in the performance of his duties while in uniform or exhibiting evidence of his authority. video, what shows in the video, that he runs into frame with his fist balled, punches me upside the head, and then jumps on my back. This was the guy I was calling for help for when my hands were up when I was waving to him. And then the video clearly shows that. Resisting arrest. Israel Velez on or about the day of 17th of September of 2013 in the township of Hamilton did purposely prevent or attempt to prevent Trooper Patel, New Jersey State Police, a law enforcement officer, from effecting an arrest by using or threatening to use physical force or violence against the said law enforcement officer.
Sorry? Requires the what? Yeah, I need to see your stuff first, okay. I need to see your information. Look, you know who I am. I'm in the state police. I'm in a uniform marked unit. I don't know who you are. When I figure out who you are, I'll inform you as to the reason for the stop. I'm sorry? Do I have a shift supervisor? Yes, I do have a shift supervisor. Okay, now I need to see your information first. I need to see your information. I need to see your driver's license. I am asking for your driver's license. I need to know who you are. You're Officer Velez? Okay, well I need to see your driver's license. I will tell you as soon as you give me your stuff. Why are you getting Because you don't, I know who you are, you don't know who I am. You know what I mean? I need to see your stuff. I need to make sure I know who you are. Can I please see your driver's license? I'm not going to ask you again. Let me see your driver's license. Step out of the car. Step out of the car. Can you lock this door? Step out of the car. Step out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Hell, look at the car, man. Get out of the car. Stop, you're recording. You fucking car.
Dash cam clearly shows exactly that lie that he just told. There's nothing that he stated right there happened. You can't be under arrest for resisting arrest. I don't get it. Okay, now resisting arrest. Was never informed that I was under arrest, and I don't know how you can resist arrest or be under arrest for resisting arrest. Was never told nothing. The video clearly shows this, and yet again the courts went ahead and believed them. They lied straight to the courts, and these documents here prove it. And they never showed the video to the grand jury, which made it go to criminal. I do believe it started from the beginning when it first happened. They tried to increase my bail from the beginning. I saw the judge in the morning. He gave me the bail and it was set, and I go back into the cell, and then 5 minutes later they come to get me again. The judge wants to see me. Apparently the prosecutors weren't happy with that and tried to set it for $1 million bail, and tried to screw me over from the beginning, but the judge already had made this decision up, and I was able to walk off with the first set bail that he set. These prosecutors were after me from day one. Then it goes straight to criminal court on charges, and I still haven't, at this time when it all happened, I still haven't understood why I was pulled over. Nobody said to me why I was pulled over. I didn't find out till 8 months later what they were trying to charge me with, and which was, you know, all of this other crap. It was going to, so far, they were trying to shove PTI, which is pretrial intervention, to try to get me to go on probation without this dash cam video being, you know, shown at all. They were just trying to force it down my throat and try to break me over this past 12 months. And at the last refusal, and I demanded that they quit trying to force PTI down, and I demanded the video to be shown to the judge, and it demanded a trial. Then only under that, when it had went to a trial, was it dismissed. Now they're trying to throw it back to municipal court under disorderly person, and this was back in February, and we're now in, what, we're in April? May 5th, Cinco de Mayo? And I still haven't got nothing from Hamilton Township. Captain Ebner from the New Jersey State Police, the investigator, says that this man did nothing wrong. He reviewed the tape and he reviewed their statements and he found the man acted in his capacity. I find this very hard to swallow due to the nature of the incident. He didn't do his job. Everybody's pushing me around trying to get me to go. Nobody wants to take this and point me in the right direction. I keep getting the runaround. Oh, you got to go here. You got to go to the Justice Complex, and you got to go see this. You know, the Attorney General. Oh, the Attorney General told me you got to go over here. Nobody wants to understand or deal with the issue because I believe that they're all trying to protect these police officers. And the reason why I say that is because I'm dealing with it firsthand. And there's no way that you can tell me that you can go in front of a grand jury and lie and the dash cam video proves these lies to be exactly that. And yet they're still going to proceed with these lies and say, I did that. Well, you did it. The dash cam shows that you didn't do it, but we're saying that you did it. Look at all the paperwork. See what they wrote? That's my dilemma. Somebody explain that to me. How can you be under arrest for resisting arrest? How can you get all these charges for asking for a shift supervisor? Asking for a reason why you were pulled over. Last time I checked, we was all American and we beat the Nazis back in World War II. And presenting your papers out here for these Gestapo-like tactics, I'm an American citizen. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to do it. I was raised better. I've been working for 20 years. I was in uniform when this happened. And I'm not going to stand for it. I can't stand for it. That should be it. This should be over with my life, but it's not. And the reason why I'm making this video is because the last one I made, at that time I was super stressed out. And when I looked at the video myself, I took a step back and I seen exactly the impact that this really had on me. And it really fucked me up and it fucked my life up. And I had to get up and dust myself off because I was letting it. And now I can't let it. I have too much compiling evidence. And, and I'm just by myself. You can't go to a Latino Justice. You cannot go to NAACP. Nobody wants to hear it. I don't know what it is. I can't, I just, for the life of me, I don't understand it. And somebody needs to explain to me how this is just able to continue. That's all I got to say.